the pleasure of meeting this wonderful woman who has a lot of great products. And this one right here is specifically for hair growth. One is Rosemary #9, and the other one is Sim 1. They smell so good, and they also got a great applicator tip. Therefore, it's easy to use. I instantly went ahead and got me some and put it in my beard, as you can see here. And it feels so good. It made my beard nice and soft. If you want information, it's information on these cards right here. And if you flip this card over, there's a barcode that takes you right to the website. Yo, check her out. Go cop something. Naga.
Hey. With the affirmations to enjoy your day with. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery. I got my discipline. My source comes from within. Root chakra grounded in the cosmos so infinite. Nagas through my veins. Currencies flow through ligaments. Another netter instrument. Manifest me dividends. I'm on my mastery. Self-doubt is blasphemy. I'm the God I ask for me. Connected to my astral being. I summon other beings. All facets of me. Magician carve my meaning. My purpose is the alchemy. I am numero uno, Raishi on my mind, Lion's mane, big on sumo, Babalao aligned with Pluto. We kick back like judo, karma licks back with Pluto. Heart on a feather, that represents my new growth. Trusting me is crucial, the God in me a do show. I'm bigger than your economics, politics, and Google. My omnipresence is the true show, all the world is stage. Allow my authentic self to be the sage. Fumigating parasites all up in my space. Cause I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than indoctrinations. Naga's rising cavalry. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than the situation. Netters are my battery. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery.
Divine Rising, Supreme Rising. You already know the vibes, and it's Naga here. Today's topic is Naga's thoughts, the divine doorway. And this is not one of the topics where I speak specifically on circumstances. This is what I do. This is things of how I move, right? So this is basically how I look at things in life, right? So I don't think people notice about me. You know what I mean? So like a lot of times when people are doing things like they have their own earthly way of seeing shit, and that is not reality for me. So I guess this is why it's a clash of realities, right? But I'm going to speak on it right now because Divine told me to. Everything I've ever done in life, right? I've always meditated on it, prayed on it, especially when it was out of my distance or out of like the reach of my hands at the present moment. So if I wanted a better love, right? If I wanted a love, period, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody didn't care. I just wanted somebody to love. I would pray about it. I would ask Divine for it. And sometimes you will get a situation that comes to you because other people are playing in your energy. Or if you wanted to make it to a certain group of friends that you believe that was in your best interest, right? I would pray for it, you know what I mean? Like, and Divine would make it so, not knowing that people were playing in your energy. Or if you wanted to accomplish certain things that you was doing in your life, Divine will make it so, not knowing that people are playing in your energy. And this is where the duality of life always spanned from some form of existence. You got people who play in your energy for control purposes. And you have the fact that you wished upon a star. So ultimately, for me, everything that I do, I come in with the full understanding that I'm going to give the best version of what I am for that value to equal out what's offered to the circumstance of what I'm asking for. people believe that it doesn't work these ways, but they can't comprehend how did all this happen? Like it kind of flies by their face like a fly. You know what I'm saying? Or like a bird just swoop past you real quick. You don't look at everything it took to make these things come together, right? Most people want to feel good in their own flesh. They want to feel powerful. They want to be God. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard some of the stupidest shit, and I don't even like. I just let people revel in their own energy. Like I don't really get into the judgment aspect. I kind of look at it as a part tied to the experiences of the circumstance that we are attached to at the moment. So it's funny, like even when you're with somebody and you're expressing love, it's like okay, you know, I know how to see art and everything. I know how to see love and everything. You know what I'm saying? But being treated that way is something different. So when you ask divine to help you get to a certain place, right? You say, divine, I need this in my life. I need to accomplish this. I need to do that. And you get there, but then it doesn't hold up the structure of what that is, right? It's not like divine failed you, right? It's because automatically you got other people playing in your energy. And this is how it tells on the type of people that you're dealing with. This is how you get into that mentality of saying, well, you know what, divine, if I knew I was going to go through all this, I probably wouldn't have dealt with XYZ. And majority of the time, people don't want to be responsible for their own actions. They just get in this mentality to where it's all jokey, it's all funny, it's all low whisper conversations, and I'm going to go behind this corner and I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to still speak negative energy towards the positive energy, right? And you see these things. It's not like you don't see it because it's not your lens that brought you into this. You came in the lens, you came through this experience on the guise of the divine doing it for you. So unbeknownst to people, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not going against you. You requested this. This was a request. This is why it was so good. The connection was so good. I mean, yo, I ain't gonna front. Some of the things, like some of the people I've got with, you know what I'm saying, especially dealing with love, our connection in the beginning was like angelic. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like angelic. Like nobody can reach the platform of how wonderful it was when we started. Being able to be brought down symbolizes a weak soul. That's like fallen angel energy. You know what I'm saying? Like what made you fall away from what was good? What made you walk away from everything that you had going on? There's no need to feel embarrassed. There's no need to feel lack thereof of who you are unless you had other things going on, right? And ultimately, I would always discover these things. Divine would show me all the shortcomings in every situation. It's like, this is what they're doing. And it would be me to test it. It's like, I remember, nah, I ain't gonna even speak on that because I'd be giving away too much juice, but it's like people just telling themselves basically, and they'll do stuff cocky and lay around sloppily, and Divine be like, look what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, yo, that hurt. And it's like Divine, like, don't show that you're hurt. Don't show that you're hurt. I remember, I will say this though. I remember when I got in a car accident and I came home, you know what I'm saying? I was waiting for the lawsuit to kick off or whatever and all this shit. You know, I'm home going to physical therapy and shit like that. Because they tell you when you get in a car accident, you might not show a lot of the immediate actions of the hit when you get hit. Like it might not show initially, but it'll show later. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you go to physical therapy. It's why you go to the doctor to make sure your bolts and screws is all in the right place, right? So I'm home or whatever. We was living in Camden at the time still, and me and my stepbrother was sitting in the den, and we both sitting down there. So it's not like I'm down there by myself. And there was a window in between the den and my brother's room. So my mom, her husband, and two of her friends walk in the room. My mom is in there like, I hate this nigga. I wish he just never come back. You know what I'm saying? It was the most hurtful things I ever heard in my life. And my brother was like, don't let him see you cry. And I could not contain myself because that was my mother speaking this, right? The person that I consider to be my mother, my so-called mother. So I'm like, how could she say these things? Like, that was the most hurtful thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I'm not going to expound on everything she said, but that's what she said. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, whoa, like, wow, like that blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, that hurt, right? And it like literally took the breath out of my body. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa. And I stepped to her husband and I was like, you're her husband and you would let her say this in front of these people about me and you say nothing. What kind of man are you? Like, I said that to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, what kind of father are you? Like, where are we at right now? We literally in hell? Like, what is this, right? I ran out of the house. They're like just sitting there looking stupid in the face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody smacked them with a stupid bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? They just go with the stupid face, right? And I'm like, this is crazy. And this experience has happened so many different times in so many different ways, right? With other people. Like, I got a chance to experience and see, people think things are different. There's nothing different. All criteria fall in the same aspect. It's just you being able to have the aerial view of what that actually is. So majority of the time, you may get smacked in the face with somebody's reality, right? And you can act out, you can cry, you can be emotional, you can be like, damn, I can't believe this happened. Or you can sit idle, be still, learn to find your footing and just let it play out. Don't show that you know that these people are stabbing you in the fucking back, throwing spells around on you, acting like they care when they're trying to hurt you. When they're trying to use you, they're trying to control you, and they think they have some level of control over the way you think. Do not let them know that you know these things. Having an outburst of energy and saying, why would you do me wrong? Is not going to change the fact that you were just done wrong. And being able to watch people take responsibility for their actions is an energy in its own right. You know what I mean? So majority of the time, people don't do that anyway. But you're going to be faced with your own energy. So like, you can't, like, it's like saying the mathematical problem is not complete yet. So if someone does something to you on purpose, there's nothing you can say or do to make that on purpose act change at this moment. Them knowing that you're going to be hurt from it is the reason why the equation came into existence in the first place. Is the reason why the problem is existing in the first place. They wanted to hurt you. they didn't care about how you was going to seemingly be when it happened. They wanted to get away with whatever they wanted to get away with. That's just the point of that. So you saying, why did you do this to me? What does that even matter? Doesn't matter. It doesn't even hold. It's cold as shit in here right now. Y'all got to excuse me. I am freezing balls right now, yo. Like, it's crazy. My heater just doesn't work. I don't know. I try to get it to stay on. It won't stay on. So I'm freezing. The last 3-4 nights, I had to sleep without a heater. You know what I'm saying? So just bundled up. Like, just bundle up the best way you can. Freezing balls. Like, oh my God, my feet hurt. It's so cold. So that's the issue. So fighting against the value of why something happened is not even something that actually matters. It's not like a thing to where you're like, damn, why did you do this? No, that was the point. The point was to hurt you. You catching them is not going to change the way they feel at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did that because they wanted to satisfy whatever energy. I had a dream last night. And it was a dream that I had before when I was in a situation with someone. And I remember having this dream while I was laying next to this female. And it showed me how she felt in full totality. Like, and I was like, yeah, you was doing this, that, and the third. It's kind of fucked up, but you was like doing me dirty and shit. You know what I mean? And it was the same energy in the dream. She was, we was in the same area, same place, and it was the same energy. And I was like, interesting, And watching the response, excuse me, watching the response, right, of the action take place, it was like, wow. It was almost like the dream was telling me, don't forget that these acts was on purpose. It wasn't like someone was doing these things and they didn't know what they were doing. They understood clearly what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew everything that they were doing to you. They knew why they were doing it to you. It's not like it was a misstep. So to have a person feel in remorse after the fact of everything they did on purpose means what? It means you're either stupid, a glutton for punishment, or just oblivious to your own life. And none of those things that I am. So it's like, I'm being shown these things for a particular reason, to say what? Don't fuck up your life this time. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, even if have more, like, and I would say these things to myself, have more regard into the choices that you're choosing. I even taught this on my podcast. I would say tell people, why don't you just take the time to learn a person a lot more better before you lay down with them. Take the time to learn everything about a person before you get super intimate with them, before you give the best parts of yourself to someone, so therefore you don't waste this energy. And sometimes you believe that you have friends and family that deserve the best parts of you because you have time with them and because you know them and all this other stuff. That's not a reality either. Just because you know a motherfucker don't mean they give a damn about your ass. They'll sit there and watch you fry. You know what I'm saying? They'll watch you go through shit. Like, I heard this woman say in a podcast, she was like, you really got friends and family. They not gonna sit by and just crumb you and give you a little bullshit here and there. If they got the means to help you, they're gonna give you the money to set you up, right? In a nice situation. They're gonna help you get a job because they got the connection, or they're gonna put you in a situation that fits you because they got the connection. And they're gonna make sure that you don't fall off in that situation again. That's what real friends do. Like, that's what I would have did, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had all means to help somebody, I'm not gonna front like I don't got it. I'm not gonna sneak around and squander what I have and don't take care of what I supposedly love, because that's gonna come back to me 10 times more. So you even gotta be mindful of the people who choose to help you. Like, they're not really trying to help you. They're trying to get something out of you. They're not trying to see you prosper. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to bring you down. And you got to understand these things in life. Like, these are lessons to where how you choose what you love, or how you choose to what you care for, or how you choose to what you solidify as your friends, or how you choose to respect people in your life that you think is your family. Like, all these things is the same in one nutshell. It's no different. Looking at it on all the different levels, it's about you and how you see yourself in these people's lives, and if you're going to do it correctly for your outcome. Don't you, if you're going to be this type of giver, shouldn't you have this type of people around you? I would even go as far as trying to make people remember, like, yo, don't you remember? Like, I will jump off the roof for you. I love you because you're my friend. I said you was my friend, and I'm going to stand on that, right? So you might go out your way for motherfuckers, yo. You know what I'm saying? But they is not doing that shit for you because they don't give a fuck about that shit. They will, I do this, but I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, family, friends, your loved one. And if your family, your friends, the one you laying with, if they don't really care about you like that, the lesson you're gonna learn is gonna be suffering at their hand by your choices. And that's how that comes out of that. It's like, you got to see them for real before you move on. So therefore, when you move on and you do get something better in your life, you do get a better opportunity in life, you don't squander it by believing that they need to be a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a reality. And it's sad that we even got to experience life that way, because you could have been taught that as a child. You could have been shown that as a child. You could have been raised that way, but you wasn't, right? My grandfather told me a lot of great things, a lot of great things. And some things he didn't tell me, I had to learn on my own. And I still feel the need to pay homage, because the things that he did tell me allowed me to get to certain levels in my life that had nothing to do with everybody else. And that was important to me, because if I didn't have that knowledge that he gave me, shit, I'll probably be dead right now. If I didn't remember the things my grandmother said when I was 2 and 3, I'll be dead right now. If I didn't hold on to the love my Nana gave me, I'll be dead right now. If I didn't remember the structure of my ancestors, like, I would be dead right now. Because when I went through things and I was younger, nobody was there for me. You know what I mean? And it's a reality to sit down and see people hold on a certain level of negative. Like my father, he a fucking punk. That nigga hold on. My so-called father, like he's a fucking punk. Like that nigga, he get in his flesh and he'll hold a grudge for the rest of his life and think that you're deserving of that. Like he don't see when he wrong at no matter what. This nigga been doing this shit his whole entire life. He still blames everybody else for his problems. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know how to take responsibility for his actions and shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, on the other hand, I'm completely different on a whole nother level, like a whole nother echelon. Like you're not going to make me not see what my role is or something and fix that. So therefore I don't stay in that situation constantly. It's not to say the world is fucked up. It's to say why you choose these things anyway that way. You can't force people to be a certain way. And then for the most part, he likes to deal in negative energy. He likes to deal in falsities and shit like that. Like he's a gangster and all this dumb shit. Like he ain't never been that in the first place. He couldn't realize he wasn't never a gangster in the first place, but he still keep trying. he gonna keep trying. He gonna be the baddest man from the 70s. Like nobody don't give a fuck. Get your old ass down some way. But at the end of the day, you get a chance to see these things in people, right? You get a chance to see the shortcomings, you know what I'm saying? And why'd you choose these actions in the first place, right? You get a chance to see these things and be like, damn, all right, I understand where I'm going wrong at with it. And my dream that I had last night was telling me the same thing. It was like, yo, don't forget, these people did this purposely. They didn't do it because they was being manipulated to do it. They didn't do it because they didn't do it because you know, they didn't do it because, you know, somebody told them and they was like, yeah. And then they was upset after it happened. Like a person who loves you, they feel pain. Like they feel hurt. They feel hurt if something wrong happens to you. It bothers them to their core that you have to suffer, right? That you have to go through something. And the first thing they do is, nah, we gotta fix this and make it right. And then I'm gonna help them understand and show them so therefore they don't go through this again. That's love. My wife has been dead now for a few years. And I go to my son's page, right? And I look, he got pictures of her on his page. And I look at her, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I remember why I was in love with her. You know what I mean? And I tell myself from time to time, and it doesn't matter now because she's gone. But I tell myself from time to time, I love that girl. Like, and I got with her when we was young. If she had ever got her shit together, I would have went back to her, hands down. And it probably would have took a while because we both came into this young, and our understandings was still growing, and we both did shit to each other. And then I asked myself, have I ever been in a situation with anybody else to where I would go back to them? Not on purpose. There's nobody I think that I would say, yeah, let's try this again, because we're adults, right? We're adults. And to be an adult and understand what you're doing and then do shit on purpose, it entails a value of how you think. It entails how you see things in life. It entails how selfish you are. Who would run to a selfish person? Who would run to a liar, a manipulator, a controlling ass person? Like, who would do that? Like, if you're in love with a controlling person, that means you live in cognitive dissonance. If you will love something that just loves their self more than the things that they should take care of, but they take care of it in a way that's devised under control, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person needs to suffer because they don't know how to love. And that's the difference with me and other people. Like, I'm not submitting to certain shit. I pay attention to it. And people think, yeah, I got you right where I want you. No, the fuck you don't. You don't even see the door is already open for the exit. You don't see it because you're in the mentality of feeling a certain type of, that's that reptilian brain. That's those reptilian beings that they talk about. People who are satisfied or who satisfy themselves off the misfortunes of your life. They're happy to see that you can't do certain things and you have to be in this certain energy. Instead of helping you get where you got to go that serves you best, they're going to serve their self off you. These people are selfish. They try to get deals every turn they get. They're what do you call it? They're pessimistic instead of optimistic, right? They always got a negative way of looking at things. So, and then they try to infringe this energy on other people. They try to treat you a certain way, and then you can be satisfied as long as you fall in the guise of how they want to do things, right? Like, yeah, you can be happy as long as you do it the way I want you to. Like, these people got the worst karma to pay. You know what I'm saying? That's why they keep going. They think, yeah, it keeps working for me. Yeah, it keeps working for you because you don't see everything is going to eventually leave your life. Everything is going to leave your life, and it's going to happen in the worst way. It's because you keep holding on to that same energy over and 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 over again. So I guess what I'm saying is, and this is what you guys got to understand, when divine helps you, just be patient because divine will show you. And the reason why divine is helping you, because divine is fair. If you asked for it, divine is fair. Divine is going to show you where you went left at, why you believed in this, why you shouldn't have believed in this, and why you need to move the hell on. Like, that's the bottom line. Divine is always going to be fair. In that same retrospect, the people that you are dealing with, divine is going to have a hand in their life to say, why are you treating creations that you didn't create this way? This is the reality, right? I just want y'all to know, man, choose the Most High because the Most High is the creator of all things, right? Good, bad, and indifferent. And divine is always there, whether you know it or not, whether you think you're making the decision for yourself or you're not, or you're being ratchet, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever that is, you're being an asshole. Divine is always there, whether you called on divine or not. It's still there. The people who call on divine in these circumstances get a leg up because you chose to reach out to the creator within that circumstance. And divine knows who's in that circumstance that's not calling on him. He knows it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, they doing this shit, but they ain't asked me could they do it. That's a reality. So this is why people get karma. This is why the universe kicks your ass, because you didn't even reach out to the Most High in the first place. You didn't send that newsletter up. You didn't send that email. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't tap in before you went to go tap it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that reality. So what you think the outcome is going to be is not the outcome. And that's how everything in this earth ever fell short. It chose to use powers that wasn't demon belief for them. Divine says if you tap into divine powers, it has to go through me. It doesn't come from you. I don't give a damn how many books you read. Shit don't matter. You got to go through the divine if you want this to work, right? So that's how the end of the world has happened so many times. People lost their way, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't tap in. Every time I went through shit, I always tapped in. And I would find myself sometimes getting mad. And I'd be like, fuck this shit. Beat that ass. I'll be ready to go. The ram horns come up. The ram horns come up. I start scaling cliffs, knocking everything down. You know what I'm saying? Turn into a giant on that ass real quick. Start turning everything up. Like, power come from anywhere. Like, I'm serious, yo. Like, cause I'm big. I'm not just little big. I'm big in the universe. I'm bigger than galaxies in the universe. I'm that dude. Like, for real. I don't know if people can see or not. I'm that dude in the universe. So when I get mad, like Divine, like, yo, calm down, son. Please calm down. Like, I gave you too much energy to have you out here wilding like that. And I'll be like, I know, Father, I know. So then I got to calm down because it's respect to the energy that I know I have, like, ultimately. And I don't choose to expound on who I am in the universe. It's none of your business. But better leave me be. For real, because sometimes I get mad. And I remember, I'm going to tell y'all a quick little story before I get off. I remember being young, like 12, 13. And people would do shit, right? And then I get fed the fuck up, right? And then I start beating ass. Like, I'm literally beating grown men's ass and shit. And then people want to look at me, tell us on why you did this to these people. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm the kid. You know what I'm saying? But people would literally be mad at me that I jumped into my energy and took it to a whole nother level. And I would get in trouble for being too damn strong. I remember the first time I got my ass beat for inflicting pain on motherfuckers who needed their ass beat. And that never sat right with me. It was like, why did I do it? Because you motherfuckers wasn't going to stop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't do shit. Y'all sat right. Y'all sat by. Now the guard had to come out of me. You know what I'm saying? To show somebody that it wasn't that type of game you wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember that energy. And then I remember the world stoning me because of that. I remember the world. And I ain't gonna call out no names. I remember the world saying, damn, you ain't had to do that to these people. I'm like, I'm the kid. I'm the child. What are you talking about? Like, they should have did shit to me. Fuck you mean? Like, you know what I mean? But nah, that's the reality. I could have told that story better because there's a lot more points in that story. But I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna give up all the juice. Hey, all the juice ain't for everybody. You get the book. The book coming out soon. Don't worry. The Life and Times of Naga is coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a whole bunch of stories in there. You know what I mean? I gotta get a writer, somebody to write it for me, or because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. And it'll take me like 20, 30 years to write this damn book. But it's a lot. So yeah, that's gonna be slow. But I did have publishers and editors already reach out to me. I just throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I throw that out there. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm just trying to show you something. You already know the vibes, man. Love y'all. Naga, Divine Rising, Supreme Rising. You already know the vibes.
With the affirmations to enjoy your day with. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery. I got my discipline. My source comes from within. Root chakra grounded in the cosmos so infinite. Nagas through my veins. Currencies flow through ligaments. Another netter instrument. Manifest me dividends. I'm on my mastery. Self-doubt is blasphemy. I'm the God I ask for me, connected to my astral dream. I summon other beings, all facets of me. Magician carve my meaning. My purpose is the alchemy. I am numero uno, Raishi on my mind, lion's mane, big on sumo, Babalao aligned with Pluto. We kick back like we judo, karma licks back from Pluto. Heart on a feather, that represents my new growth. Trusting me is crucial, the God in me a do show. I'm bigger than your economics, politics, and Google. My omnipresence is the true show, all the world is stage. Allow my authentic self to be the sage. Fumigating parasites all up in my space. Cause I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than indoctrinations. Naga's rising cavalry. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. I'm bigger than the situation. Netters are my battery. I am who masters me. I embody mastery. Naga's rising cavalry. The netters are my battery.